Whiskey says, come out and play. He don't care if it's raining. They'll walk up and come in the shop later and shake and soak everybody that's around. Happy-go-lucky thug. Yeah, you can see it bouncing off the pedal. Keep in mind, the shop blocks most of what's getting to that puddle. We just picked up some more. It's actually lightening back up, I think. I just can't get it to show on the camera. It rained all night. It was a really heavy sprinkle when I came out to the shop this morning. And just a couple minutes ago it started getting harder. It was light enough I couldn't hear it on the roof. I can hear it pretty good now. I know it's not my tinnitus. It's a different pitch. So hey, welcome to a rainy Sunday where my plans change. Hopefully we get a dry enough spot today to get some grain at least moved. But we will see. There's always this thing to work on. You know, say not too much before we start cutting on stuff. And yeah, I guess I don't have to have the engine and transmission in it to roll it out of the shop later. I do, however, kind of need it where I can lift the engine and transmission out with a skid steer. Which means I gotta at least turn it around. So with that, I'll have a good Sunday morning. It's almost 6 o'clock and I haven't been down to feed yet. I'm gonna go do that now, I guess. So, well, bring you something later. You can't hear the rain on the roof now, you're deaf. Deafer than me anyway. Oh, I forgot to mention yesterday. They got a little bit of straw spread. Number one had Steve come out, put him to work. These girls didn't get so much. They got a little bit. Main thing was the main cow part got done. Really, I wanted him to get the steers and the heifers done more than anything, but you know. And it actually covered really well. I was surprised. He only spread one of those big bales. And usually we'll put one full big bale just in this section here. Maybe a little bit will be left over. We'll go over there. And it's usually 3 of them for the main section in there. And about a full one at the other end. So I don't know if the stars aligned right or what, but really he didn't hardly get any over here. But unfortunately, the way we're doing it so far this year, since I can't get into the stack with the loader yet, see where the light's hitting down there? You took the bale right off the top of that one bale. So it all came from right there. That's a lot of work packing it. Inquiring minds want to know, what are you doing with the phone? How come it's looking at me? Oh, then they spook. Silly girls. Then there's Mrs. Hamburger there. Oh, she's going on the 27th through the 3rd. I poked her the other day with my foot on my way by when she had her head in the feeder, and she's got pretty good cover on her. She's been in here long enough. So, probably be one of the least lean cows we've done for Hamburger in a while. Oh well, it is what it is, and I'm going to pour some feed in. They're over there waiting for me so I can feed them too. Oops, I just remembered. I got all the pop rivets drilled except for this front piece of tin. Haven't done it yet. Dang it. If that was in better shape, we'd make a wall hanger out of that, but oh well. I got everything out of here. Oh wait, look. I got this stuff out too. The only reason that piece of tin is still there, there's one screw on that window frame. And the only thing on that window frame right now is just that screw and the fact that the pop rivets are still there. through the modern technologies that we put into this, which would be a windshield wiper out of an old Volkswagen, homemade linkage on it, and that was done after the cab was on. There's a weld holding this piece of tin right over that wiper motor, and I can't get it to break. I can't even tell where it is from up above for sure. I've pried, I've twisted, I've done everything. So I go up there with a pair of tin snips and make a couple cuts, see if I can get it off. Tin's off the other side too, so see, now you can actually see better. Looky there, that's the front of a cab of a 1968 International pickup. It even has the heater in here. Nice mouse nest over the top of it. That's probably what we've still been smelling. Because, I mean, we got rid of the cat piss. It's been something else, and I haven't known what it was. Couldn't spray up into there. Oh, yeah. Wiper arm's still there from the original. Those pedals, we just cut them and tweaked them up until they were the height we needed. Of course, pulled the steering shaft and mounted it above. You know, there was a lot of time involved in putting her together. And she's being stubborn. There's quite a bit of time taking it apart, too. Pop rivets are out back here, but this piece was heavy enough that it got tack welded. And this was part of the original pickup, I think, if I remember right. Might have actually been the original back of the cab. I think it was. I don't remember for sure, though. You know, that's been a long time ago. And that tank, my plan to get that out, since I don't want to take this base off till I decide I'm not going to sit in that seat and try to move it. Bolts are out either side, and this side I'm just going to cut that tube that's under it. And then it'll slide right out this way and come out. It and the pump can stay hooked together and sealed up till we either take them apart or decide what to do with them. So that's what's going on today. Be a little handier with some help today because, you know, getting stuff off from up above and not having anybody to hand them to is kind of a pain in the ass. But that's the way it is, so really don't want to tackle that window piece until I do have some help, because I really don't want to play 50 million piece pickup from a window. But we'll see how far I get. Debating on, do we drop the water out of it sitting right here, just use the skid steer to drag it outside and lift everything out, or turn it around and do it and then get it apart and drag it out. I don't know. Figure it out when the time comes. It's in pieces. I got the window out by myself. Didn't drop it. Got the foam mark tank off. That was fun. Had a couple bolts that really didn't want to break loose. She just looks like a skeleton, kind of like she did quite a long time ago. Got the hydraulic tank out of here, and it's laying on the other side with the pump and the lines on it yet. Still full, except for what I frickin' spilled when it flipped it. Of course, you know, this end went down, this end was in with the fill hole. All the tins off, even the front piece. Sealing's the back piece yet, and that might just stay on, depending on how we cut this off of here. Haven't decided how to do that yet. That's pop riveted in, they'll break. I just don't know where to cut stuff. Got to get this piece off. That's my cradle. Got to have that. But that's going to be a torch job because, you know, when you got a gap, you just fill that sucker with weld. I can't get in there with a chop saw. I mean, I might be able to get the big one in there, but I'm not going to try to stand on top of it and do it. The only support left holding the radiator frame is that center bar on the other side. It's got the battery box on it. Sorry, a little wiggly getting out of there. I gotta walk sideways. Can't walk straight through. And of course, we'll still take stuff like that old plow frame off the front and pull the radiator. Seems to me, yeah, that frame's just bolted down. That'll all come out as a unit. Just finished cutting it off where it's already broke here. But I don't want to do that until the battery's out of there. Then we'll cut that off back here at the firewall too. A little expansion foam. Where we didn't have any side windows or back windows, just doors on it. Pretty much needed to do that or you froze your ass off. Oh, there it is. And yeah, that hose hanging there was over here and it dribbled. Just one more thing to clean up tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm done. It's dark out and I'm done. So, hopefully tomorrow, if the day actually goes right, we've got some help. We'll get the rest of this crap off of here and get the engine out of it. At least get the engine cleaned up. Figure what I need to do to, I don't know. I got enough old tires around here. It may end up sitting on a tire for a day or two. We'll see. But we'll get that figured out. Want to get it cleaned up, and I haven't decided yet if I want to try to get a valve cover gasket and gasket for the side plate on the other side or not. Only leaks I know of. So, and we'll just go from there and see what happens. Oh yeah, by the way, there's all this stuff on the ground too. And bucket full of bolts, just fasteners in there, a couple little parts. And there's a couple piles of metal outside. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And another thing, tomorrow I got to get the motor and transmission mounts that were in that other buggy in here, and we'll make sure they're going to work on this engine and tranny. Get them cleaned up. I mean, they're going to work one way or the other. Hopefully the holes are in the right place. Go from there. So, with that, have a good evening, everyone. Please like and subscribe if you haven't.